What's going on, everybody? I hope you guys all had a fantastic weekend. It is currently Sunday, and I'm going through a lot of charts, doing my watch list, kind of seeing where the market is at, checking the futures. Right now, we do have the Nasdaq futures down 100. I know a lot of people on social media are going to be very, very concerned about that. If I do just kind of pull up these Nasdaq futures here and see, exactly what's going on here. If we take a look at what's going on with the Nasdaq futures, I kind of pull up this hourly chart. Okay. The level that needs to hold on the Nasdaq futures, there's going to be a little bit of support down here at 15,650. Let's call it that, give or take. And then the big level that we're going to need to hold is 15,538. That's coming all the way back down here to these two recent lows, kind of acted as a double bottom. So here's what's going to happen with the Nasdaq. If there's going to be any sort of rally going into the end of the year, this level is going to need to be held. Okay, so if I go back to the daily chart here on the Nasdaq 100 and I kind of zoom out a little bit so we can see this a little bit better, you can see these two long wicks that are coming off of this bottom linear regression channel here. We held it one time, two times. Bulls did a fantastic job of holding this uptrend here. So you can see here on Friday, we came down and touched this level again. And currently today, we are sitting right at that level again. So with that being said, if the bulls start to lose Friday's lows here at around 15,650, okay, and start pushing down, what we could see is a initial flush to 15,533 or 15,560, somewhere in that range. That's also going to correlate with the 100-day simple moving average. So what I could see happening, and very well possible, is a continued sell-off overnight in the futures market and into pre-market, actually taking us down into this zone. So if that happens, and it's a big if that happens, what we want to do is be very, very careful about putting on any short positions right off the open, just due to the fact that bulls can trap shorts off the open, go red to green, and start to bounce from there. And I'm not saying bounce in a sense where we're going to bounce to, tomorrow or Tuesday and hit all-time highs, but what we could do is start to consolidate right around that level and start to inch our way higher from there if we're going to have any sort of rally on the big tech stocks, on the triple Qs going into the first of the year, coming into 2022. So also, if we have any sort of downward pressure, I mean extreme downward pressure where the bulls cannot rally, we can't bounce, we lose this level, and we actually lose this 100 simple moving average at around 1500. If the bulls lose that level, that's going to start another leg down. That's really going to put a lot of pressure on a lot of the tech stocks that are actually, sitting at the bottom of their ranges. So those are the two things that we're going to be watching for. Those are the two things that we really need to pay attention to. So we don't want to get over anxious and just start shorting just because the market opens red tomorrow, or we have any sort of gap down on the triple Qs, just due to the fact that you don't want to get caught, in any kind of trapping shorts, going red to green on the open and start to bounce from there. If the momentum is strong and you see the selling pressure coming in and we visibly and clearly lose that 100 SMA on the Nasdaq futures and on the triple Qs, then we can talk about putting on some shorts, because we're going to have a little bit of room down here. If I kind of just zoom in on these triple Qs here, you can see, going to correlate with the Nasdaq futures here, this bottom channel here, this bottom range on the linear regression channel 50, tagged it 1-2 times. Wicks are going to indicate that the bulls stepped in and had good buying pressure off of this level. And you can see here that on Friday, we currently came down, kind of tagged it, busted below, and then the bulls started to buy this back up. So in the pre-market, we really need to see what the triple Qs are going to do. I have a couple of levels marked out. This first level is going to be 381.71. If the triple Qs, which right now currently are trading in the overnight after hour session, 381.91, 382. If we lose this level, we do have room to the downside down to 378. That level is going to be huge, very, very key. Bulls are absolutely going to need to hold 378. There is no if, ands, or buts about it. I don't care if you think that there's going to be a Santa Claus rally, an end of the year rally. I don't care what the 10-year sentiment, the seasonality report has shown you. Markets have changed, markets have shifted. It's been a very, very choppy week. Green days, massive volatility, followed by massive volatility to the downside. So we're really going to need to watch this 100 simple moving average here. That price is going to be around 377.66. So if we do start to lose 378, we are going to have tiny support here at 377, but anything below 378, 377 could send tech into another leg down in a bigger correction, possibly 10-15%. On the Nasdaq 100. Bottom support is going to be down here right around this 150-day moving average at around 368. So definitely what I would like to see personally, if we are going to have a continued flush, we are going to drop into this range here, this 381 to 378. I could completely see us coming down into this range, holding this as support, trapping shorts off the open, going red to green, and then start to reclaim this level here. But if we come down into this 378 level and then we rally, we get that bounce and we get a stiff rejection at around 381, 382 and start to roll over on the hourly time frame, watch out for that second confirmation coming through 378, because that's going to be the measured potential move. That's going to be when you're going to want to short. If the market's going to continue to be weak, we're going to come down to 378. We're potentially going to bounce, and then we're going to get stuffed at that 381, 382 level. And when we start to roll over, that second pass through 378 is where you're going to want to take your short positions into that weakness. We're not going to want to take it right off the bell if we just lose 378 out of the gates. We're going to need to see that bounce, and we're going to need to see that rejection. Now for the bulls, if we're going to open up below 381 and we come down and we test this 378, what we're going to want to see is an immediate bounce, and a strong bounce within the first 1 to 3 hours of the market. And we're going to want to see an initial reclaim of 381, 382 to the top side, and then working our way back up towards this 50-day moving average at around 386. That's the best possible case scenario for the bulls, and that's the best possible case scenario for the bears. So I gave those kind of two levels, kind of showed you guys what I'm exactly looking at. Definitely keep your eyes on the Nasdaq 100. As just in the short time of this video, the Nasdaq 100 is down another 42, 44, 45 points now, 46 in the after hour session. Definitely looking at some weakness here going into the overnight session. Definitely looking at some weakness going into the market open. This is going to send the VIX probably spiking. This is going to send a lot of fear in the market right off the open, and I can see an immediate flush right off the bell. But what we're going to need to see is that 378 level hold on the triple Qs. If we can reclaim that and we can hold that level, I potentially think we can see a bounce to the upside. However, if we close below 378 tomorrow, it's not going to look good for tech. I can see tech really starting to make another leg down to the downside. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope that we do get that initial bounce off that 378 and kind of close over 382 tomorrow. Could be a little bit of a choppy day tomorrow. I know that I've been kind of saying that, but until this market figures itself out, until we get out of this range of 378 and 400, this is the way that it's going to be. We need to be extremely cautious. Futures down another 3 or 4 points here at 151 all the way up. We're down 155. But I hope that kind of helps, guys. Just monitor what's going on. Don't be over anxious, overzealous. Just pay attention to what's going on around you and take these levels with extreme confidence when you do see them, and also take these cash flow moves when you do get them. If you guys want more information, please join my Discord. That link is down in the description box below. Also, give me a thumbs up on this video, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys all on the next one.